That minty, fresh feeling after you rinse? It's masking something dangerous, not just bad for your teeth, bad for your heart, your blood pressure, your cancer risk. In 2008, Johnson & Johnson recalled 4 million bottles of Listerine for children after finding microorganism contamination during routine testing. The company said there was significant health risk for anyone with weakened immune systems, for seniors managing heart disease or families using mouthwash. Twice daily without thinking twice, this isn't about fresh breath anymore. It's about alcohol burns destroying delicate tissue, chemicals banned in hand soap but legal in your mouth, antibacterial agents killing the bacteria that regulate your blood pressure. Today, we're exposing 7 popular mouthwashes that aren't nearly as safe as you think, even if dentists have been recommending them for decades. Stay until the end because we're revealing 3 better options that protect your oral health without dangerous chemicals. The number 1 mouthwash on this list? A 2020 study found it increases harmful bacteria linked to gum disease and colorectal cancer by 85%. Number 7, Listerine, Cool Mint Zero. The alcohol-free lie that makes canker sores worse. The blue bottle promises all the benefits without the burn. If it says zero alcohol, it must be the gentle option, the safe choice, right? Wrong. Listerine replaced alcohol with sodium lauryl sulfate, SLS. That's the harsh detergent in your shampoo. A 1997 study in Compendium of Continuing Education in Dentistry found that eliminating SLS from oral products reduced canker sore outbreaks by 70%. But Listerine Zero contains high concentrations. Why? Because it creates foam, makes you feel like it's cleaning. SLS doesn't just cause canker sores, it destroys your mouth's protective mucus layer. That layer is your first defense against viruses, infections, cold sores. Strip it away twice daily, and you're more susceptible to oral infections. Pour some in a cup. See that thick texture? That's Poloxamer 407. Laundry detergent chemistry. A 2015 study in Journal of Applied Toxicology found Poloxamer 407 causes significant damage to oral cells, disrupts membranes, causes inflammation, increases mouth ulcers. For people who switched from regular Listerine thinking they chose the healthier option, you traded alcohol for detergents that destroy your oral barriers. At least alcohol burns. Warn you something's wrong. The next brand? It was recalled because the safety cap failed. Number 6, Scope Original Mint, the recalled mouthwash with failed child safety caps. Procter & Gamble's better-tasting alternative. That bright green liquid, pleasant minty flavor. If it tastes better, it must be gentler, right? Wrong. June 2010. The Consumer Product Safety Commission announced Scope had a dangerous defect. 35,000 bottles. Child-resistant caps that weren't child-resistant. The caps twisted off without squeezing safety tabs. Any child could open them. And Scope contains 18.9% alcohol, higher than most wine. The CPSC said ethyl alcohol is toxic and can cause serious injury or death if ingested by children. But alcohol isn't even the main problem. Scope contains cetylpyridinium chloride, CPC, a quaternary ammonium compound classified as broad-spectrum antibacterial. CPC kills everything. Good bacteria, bad bacteria. Everything dies. A 2016 study in Journal of Clinical Periodontology found CPC containing mouthwashes cause significant tooth staining. The compound binds to tooth enamel, attracts chromogens from food and drinks. Regular users develop brown and yellow stains professional cleaning can barely remove. But tooth staining is the least of your concerns. A 2019 study in Environmental Health Perspectives found quaternary ammonium compounds like CPC interfere with reproductive hormones, reduced fertility rates in both men and women, caused developmental problems in animal studies. CPC absorbs through mucous membranes, enters your bloodstream minutes after rinsing. For women trying to conceive, for pregnant women using scope because their dentist said to maintain oral hygiene, this daily exposure could be affecting fertility and fetal development, but at least scope's safety failures were accidental. The next brand? They knew about the problems and added a warning label so tiny you need a magnifying glass. Number 5, Crest Pro Health Multi-Protection, the class action lawsuit for teeth. Staining they tried to hide. The alcohol-free mouthwash dentists recommend. Clinical Blue Bottle, Procter & Gamble's premium product. If it's alcohol-free and professionally recommended, it must be safest. Right? Wrong. August 2009. Michigan attorney Mark Rossman filed a class action lawsuit against Procter & Gamble. The accusation? Crest Pro Health causes brown tooth staining. So severe people look like they haven't brushed their teeth in years. The lawsuit claimed Procter & Gamble violated consumer protection laws by not warning users about staining. Rossman's wife noticed brown stains between his teeth. Before 3/4 of one bottle was gone, the case was eventually dismissed. But here's what matters. After the lawsuit, Crest added a warning label. That label? It's tiny. Bottom of the bottle. You need perfect vision to read it. But the staining isn't even the worst part. In 2006, the FDA received over 100 reports of taste alteration after using Crest Pro Health. People lost their sense of taste for weeks. Some experienced persistent metallic taste that never went away. Procter & Gamble's response? Added a tiny warning about temporary taste alteration. Never explained why. Never reformulated the product. The CPC and poloxamer combination damages taste receptor cells on your tongue. These cells regenerate every 10 to 14 days, but constant exposure disrupts recovery. For seniors whose taste naturally declines with age, Crest Pro Health accelerates that loss. Look at that bright blue color. That's FD and C blue one. The European Union requires warning labels on products containing it. America? No warnings whatsoever. But hidden warning labels are nothing compared to what's next. Brand number 4 contains a chemical so dangerous the FDA banned it from hand soap. But mouthwash? Still legal. Number 4, Colgate Total Advanced Pro Shield. The FDA banned chemical that's legal in your mouth. Colgate Total Advanced Pro Shield. The mouthwash promised 12-hour protection. The Colgate name you've trusted since childhood. Thoroughly tested, dentist approved. Safe, right? Wrong. Colgate Total contains triclosan, an antibacterial agent so controversial the FDA banned it from hand soaps in 2016. The chemical too dangerous for washing hands is approved for swishing in your mouth twice daily. Why did the FDA ban triclosan from soap? Because it's an endocrine disruptor that interferes with thyroid hormones. A 2016 study in Environmental Health found people with high triclosan exposure had significantly disrupted thyroid function. The thyroid controls metabolism, energy, weight, mood. But it gets worse. Triclosan contributes to antibiotic resistance. A 2014 study in antimicrobial agents and chemotherapy found triclosan-resistant bacteria were resistant to multiple antibiotic classes. You're breeding superbugs in your mouth every single time you rinse. The FDA concluded triclosan provides no benefit over soap and water for hand washing. Zero benefit. But for mouthwash, they allowed it. Why? Because the American Dental Association lobbied to keep it, citing studies showing reduced gingivitis. Those studies? Funded by Colgate. When you rinse with Colgate Total, triclosan absorbs through mucous membranes into your bloodstream. It accumulates. A 2008 study found triclosan in 75% of Americans tested. It's in breast milk. It crosses the placenta. For pregnant women using this because their dentist recommended it? You're exposing your baby to an endocrine disruptor daily. But banned chemicals in mouthwash? That's just getting started. The top 3 brands are where it gets truly dangerous. Number 3, Act Anti-Cavity Fluoride Rinse, the children's mouthwash, linked to lower IQ. The mouthwash dentists specifically recommend for cavity prevention. Parents give this to kids after brushing. Schools gave out ACT samples. If fluoride strengthens teeth and dentists endorse it, it must be healthiest for cavity prevention. Right? Wrong. Read the warning label on ACT, right there in plain text. If more than used for rinsing is swallowed, get medical help or contact poison control immediately. That's an admission. The product is toxic enough to require emergency treatment. ACT contains 0.05% sodium fluoride. Sounds tiny. It's not. Fluoride is a neurotoxin. A 2019 study published in JAMA Pediatrics found prenatal fluoride exposure was associated with lower IQ scores in children. The study tracked 601 mother-child pairs. Higher maternal fluoride exposure during pregnancy was associated with lower cognitive scores in children by age 3 and 4. For children using ACT daily, they're swallowing small amounts. That adds to total fluoride exposure from water, toothpaste, food processed with fluoridated water. Nobody is monitoring total exposure, and it accumulates. Excessive fluoride causes dental fluorosis in children, white spots, brown staining, permanent damage to developing teeth. In adults, it causes skeletal fluorosis, a bone disease causing pain, stiffness, increased fracture risk. A 2006 National Research Council report concluded the EPA's fluoride limits weren't protective enough for vulnerable populations. For seniors with kidney problems, fluoride accumulates because kidneys can't filter it efficiently. A 2017 study found associations between fluoride and cognitive decline in elderly populations. ACT also contains polysorbate 20, another synthetic polymer disrupting oral cells. The bright colors contain F, D, and C dyes. Red 40 in cinnamon flavor is linked to hyperactivity in children. Parents making kids use ACT nightly might be trading cavity prevention for cognitive and skeletal risks. But ACT is still recommended by dentists who don't know the latest research. The next 2? They're the most dangerous precisely because they're the most trusted. Number 2, Scope Outlast, the long-lasting formula that destroys your microbiome for hours. Procter & Gamble's premium formula promising 5 times longer lasting freshness. That dark blue bottle, maximum protection. If it lasts longer, it must work better, right? Wrong. Scope Outlast doesn't just kill bacteria and stop. It keeps killing for hours after you finish rinsing. That long-lasting protection? That's long-lasting destruction of your oral microbiome. Your mouth contains over 700 species of bacteria. Most are beneficial. They produce enzymes that start digestion, convert nitrate into nitric oxide, protect against pathogenic invaders. Scope. Outlast uses cetylpyridinium chloride at higher concentrations than regular Scope, plus proprietary micro-coating technology that makes the chemicals stick to your oral tissues. That coating keeps killing good bacteria, bad bacteria, everything. Within hours after rinsing, the bad bacteria grow back faster. They're more resistant, but beneficial bacteria take days to recover. You've created the perfect environment for the harmful bacteria you tried to eliminate. That 17.6% alcohol? Still high enough to damage oral tissue. Disrupt your microbiome. For people using this twice daily, your beneficial bacteria never recover. You're in a constant state of microbiome destruction. And when those beneficial bacteria are gone, your blood pressure rises. A 2013 study in Free Radical Biology and Medicine found using antibacterial mouthwash twice daily can increase blood pressure by disrupting nitric oxide production in the mouth. For seniors already managing hypertension with medication, this daily rinse is actively working against your blood pressure drugs. But blood pressure problems are nothing compared to brand number 1. The most trusted mouthwash in America, used for over a century, and it's the most dangerous of them all. Number 1, Listerine Original Antiseptic, the century-old medical mouthwash that increases harmful bacteria by 85%. Listerine Original Antiseptic, the amber bottle, the distinctive burn. 140 years of history, the gold standard, used in hospitals, recommended by doctors. If it's been used medically for over a century, it must be safest and most effective. Right? Wrong. Catastrophically wrong. A 2020 study published in Scientific Reports examined what happens to your oral microbiome after using Listerine twice daily. After 1 week, beneficial bacteria dropped 85%. Harmful bacteria initially dropped, but recovered within 12 hours. By day 7, harmful bacteria fully recovered while beneficial bacteria remained suppressed. The study found regular Listerine use increased Fusobacterium and Streptococcus species, bacteria linked to gum disease, tooth decay, systemic inflammation. You're using it to prevent these problems while creating an environment where they thrive. But the microbiome destruction is just the beginning. A 2024 study by the Institute of Tropical Medicine in Belgium found alcohol-based Listerine increased harmful bacteria associated with colorectal cancer and esophageal cancer. The researchers also noted a decrease in actinobacteria. These bacteria convert nitrate to nitrite for nitric oxide generation. That's crucial for keeping blood pressure down. A 2019 study in the journal Nitric Oxide found antibacterial mouthwash use was associated with increased hypertension and cardiovascular disease risk. People using antibacterial mouthwash twice daily had a 55% increased risk of developing hypertension. For seniors managing high blood pressure, Listerine works against your medication. But there's more. That 26.9% alcohol? That's 54 proof, higher than most beer and wine. You're essentially rinsing your mouth with liquor twice a day. A 2016 pooled analysis from the International Head and Neck Cancer Epidemiology Consortium examined mouthwash use and cancer risk across 12 case control studies. They found that using mouthwash for more than 35 years increased head and neck cancer risk by 15%. Using it more than once per day increased risk by 31%. The alcohol acts as a solvent, helps carcinogens penetrate the lining of your mouth more easily. The essential oils? Eucalyptol, menthol, methyl salicylate, thymol. They're effective antimicrobials, but at these concentrations, they're too effective. Everything dies. For people using Listerine for 40 years, because that's what their dentist recommended in 1985, the cumulative damage is staggering. Microbiome destruction, increased cardiovascular risk, elevated cancer risk, all while believing you were protecting your oral health. I know this is overwhelming. You're probably looking at your bathroom cabinet right now, wondering what's safe. You've been lied to by brands you trusted, by the dentists who recommended them. But here's the good news. There are better options. Mouthwashes that actually support your oral health without destroying your microbiome or exposing you to dangerous chemicals. Let me show you 3 that are backed by real science. Better option number 1, closes unflavored. No alcohol, no harsh detergents, no artificial dyes, no SLS, no CPC. The active ingredient? Stabilized chlorine dioxide. It kills harmful bacteria without destroying beneficial species. A 2012 study in Journal of Clinical Dentistry found chlorine dioxide-based mouthwashes reduce harmful bacteria while maintaining beneficial oral flora. Closis is clear, no synthetic dyes. The unflavored version has no taste, no artificial sweeteners. It's gentle enough for sensitive mouths. Canker sores, post-surgery recovery, about $8 for 32 ounces. This is what I recommend for daily use. The first time you rinse with Closis after using Listerine, you'll notice immediately. Your mouth feels clean, not destroyed. Better option number 2, TheraBreath Fresh Breath Oral Rinse. Created by a dentist to address bad breath without harsh chemicals. No alcohol, no artificial flavors, no synthetic dyes, no SLS. The active ingredient is oxidate, an oxygenating compound that neutralizes sulfur compounds from harmful bacteria. Unlike Listerine, it doesn't kill everything. It specifically targets bad breath bacteria. A 2010 study in oral surgery, oral medicine, oral pathology found oxygenating mouthwashes like TheraBreath were more effective at controlling bad breath than alcohol-based mouthwashes, with no adverse effects. About $10 for 16 ounces, safe for daily use, won't disrupt your microbiome. Better option number 3, homemade saltwater rinse. The simplest, the safest, the most effective. Mix 1 teaspoon sea salt in 1 cup warm filtered water. That's it. Salt water creates a hypertonic environment that draws fluid from swollen tissue, reduces inflammation, mildly antibacterial without being destructive, promotes healing without disrupting your microbiome. Dentists recommend salt water after dental procedures because it's the safest, most effective option for healing. Costs nothing, has 0 health risks, has been used for thousands of years. These 3 provide effective oral hygiene without chemical warfare twice daily. Your oral health is too important to blindly trust marketing claims over scientific evidence. You just learned what took months of research to uncover. You now know more than 99% of people using mouthwash every single day. Don't keep rinsing with products that systematically destroy your protective bacteria, expose you to known endocrine disruptors, significantly increase your risk of serious heart disease and various cancers. The mouthwash industry has been putting profits before health for over a century. Which of these dangerous mouthwashes is sitting in your bathroom cabinet right now? Let me know in the comments. If this video changed how you think about daily oral care, hit that like button. Share this with someone you know who's still using Listerine or any of these harmful products every single day. Your health is worth more than $8. Switch today. Your future self will thank you. Next time, we're investigating toothpaste brands. Major companies secretly adding microplastics that damage your gums. Titanium dioxide that's been banned as a food additive in Europe. chemicals that accumulate dangerously in your organs over time. Until then, protect your oral microbiome. Question marketing claims, and stop blindly trusting products just because they've been around for 100 years.